There's been talk recently of a Trainspotting sequel, maybe set 20 years later. Is that something that interests you?
Yeah, well, I don't know whether any of you know the Likely Lads. Do you remember the Likely Lads?
Classic.
And do you remember the follow-up, Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads? That's genius, that television. Because it just basically took them 10 years later. And we've always had this idea that because the actors and the characters are kind of indelibly marked in people's minds, people remember those characters' names. They come up to you and say, I loved Begbie, and I loved Spud, and Sick Boy, and Renton. And that's like, normally when you make films, you can never remember the characters' names, you know? So it's obviously made a mark, you know, and we thought rather than make a quick sequel that would cash in and be a bit disappointing, we'd try and do something with it that was, that had a real reason to go back to it. And it would obviously be that these guys who have pushed their bodies to the absolute limit when you're in your mid-20s, you know, when you can take all those risks, then they hit their 40s. You know, 20 years later, they hit their 40s. And what is it? What have they made of their lives? What's happened to them? It would feel like a really great way for the nation to come back together again and watch these guys at it 20 years later. And the problem has always been, actually, we can't I think we could do it now, but the problem has always been that the actors don't age. You know, they look after themselves. They pretend... No, they do. They pretend that it's the wild bunch and they're out drinking all night and everything like that. They're not. They're in a spa at the weekends with cucumbers on their eyes, and they look like Dorian Gray. They're timeless. But we will be there waiting for them when they finally crack.